Thank you, Mom, for all the years that you so lovingly put me first, prioritized me over your needs. And I'm so grateful. I'm aware in this moment, without the moms, probably very few of us would even have survived this buck wild place. It is the moms that I'm attempting to honor here in this sharing from all the years of exploring with so many women. And so when we let ourselves be available to this buckwild place and what I call wanter dynamics, there are many different versions of the wanter that can capture us and pull us into a limited perspective, and we can start believing that all we are is a particular identity. Each of us in our journey will craft many different identities to try to be liked, to be wanted, to be helpful, to be attractive, to be strong, to be athletic, to be smart, to be funny, to be artistic, whatever it is, varying identities. And they all have the ability to capture us and pull us into a limited perspective, believing that all we are is that version of the wanter that will do whatever it takes to get what it believes it needs to be okay. Well, in all my years of exploring with so many women, prior to getting pregnant and then through their pregnancy, and then once they had the baby and all the exploration, so many women. I first of all want to honor all the women that I've learned so much from all these years. Thank you to all you moms that I've had the great honor of learning from in these explorations over all these years. So there is a version of the wanter that I have noticed really is likely to capture someone who is in the role of a mom. I call it the mom wanter. Right from the beginning, when a woman is pregnant, her body is now being compromised, and everything that's now going on within her is a biological process that prioritizes the fetus, the developing baby. Whatever the baby needs, that's the priority. And so the adult female, her health very often gets quite compromised in the process of creating a new human out of her own body. Amazing biological process that women go through. And through that whole process of the pregnancy, there's so many moments where they're just not feeling well at all. Can be such an intense thing to go through. And then there's the birth, whether it's a natural birth or a cesarean section. Either way, that's a whole other very intense and amazing event within the human female experience. And then the baby has now arrived, and that mom wanter comes online, and the orientation of the mom wanter is, I don't get to be okay unless the baby is okay. This is the orientation of the mom wanter. Every little cry in the middle of the night, the mom wanter is willing to get up even though she's so tired and hasn't gotten hardly any sleep. And she's in such a compromised state. And yet the mom wanter gets her up and gets to that baby and tends to what is it that's causing the baby to cry, and cares for the baby, even though she might be worn out and just so not in any way wanting to have to do this. And yet her mom wanter shows up and tends to the baby's needs, finds out, is the baby hungry? Is it gassy? Does it need to be burped? Is it a diaper? What is the situation here? And then the mom wanter finally figures it out, and the baby stops crying, and the mom wanter relaxes. Oh, now the mom wanter gets to be okay. Because the mom wanter is not okay until the baby's okay. And this goes on moment to moment to moment as the child is developing and growing. So many moments where the mom wanter tends to the baby's needs and doesn't get to be okay until the baby is okay. As this continues to unfold for the mom, she now creates an identity as the mom. And the mom wanter will be hyper vigilantly looking out to make sure the little one is okay. And as they then continue to develop and go out into the world, the mom wanter will be trying to control all the situations that the little one might find themselves in to make sure they're okay. And any little sign that they're not okay, the mom wanter will do everything that she can to let them be okay. And once they're okay, then she can be okay. This continues through their journey together. And let's say she has more than one child. The mom wanter will now she won't get to be okay unless both children are okay. So if one is having trouble, the mom wanter will do whatever it takes to fix that for them. And then the other one's having trouble, and she'll go and make sure that everything's okay for them. And then she has to balance back and forth to make sure they're both okay. As long as they're both okay, then she gets to be okay. If she has 3, it's magnified by 3. And as her children grow, she now has this identity, the mom wanter identity, that is one of the strongest wanters that I've ever encountered, and one of the most likely to get captured in and create all kinds of suffering for the mom. Because so often she starts to notice she doesn't have control over whatever is causing the disturbance for her little ones. Even though she might try to, go to the school and tell the teachers to stop this and stop that, and on the playground this, and on the, in the lunchroom that, and all the things. She might get in there and try to manipulate and control the situation to get things better for her little ones, because she doesn't get to be okay unless they're okay. And then they grow and they become, even older, and they start going out into the world, and she continues to need to make sure that they're okay. She doesn't get to be okay unless they're okay. And this tendency for women, this mom wanter, can extend beyond her own children. This identity can permeate into other people that she meets. Friends' kids, neighborhood kids, people at work, someone at the grocery store who she strikes up a conversation with who's having a hard time. She's now going to try to make sure that they're okay. The mom wanter can become an all-pervasive identity in which it's so easy to get captured and have so much suffering. So we can honor the power of this wanter. As I say, in the whole kaleidoscope of various types of wanters that I've witnessed over all the years, this one I've noticed is so powerful, and it's so likely to get captured in this one and have so much suffering, because the mom wanter wants to save and help and fix everyone. Every stray cat, every starving dog, every thing that's going on in other countries, this can be quite an all-encompassing identity in which there can be a lot of suffering. So in this moment, I'm attempting to share this particular version of the wanter within the realm of wanter dynamics and honor all of the women and say to you, thank you for all that you do. Without the moms, this would be a really harsh place. So the mom wanter we can thank. In some ways, if there wasn't the mom wanter, would any of the babies survive? Let's just consider this for a moment. Let's say the mom wanter didn't come online and the female is just worn out, tired, and she hears the baby crying and she just is not willing to go in there and tend to that baby. Thank goodness that there is this aspect of the wanter that I call the mom wanter. And it can create a lot of suffering for women. So I invite all of you that may be exploring this particular version of the wanter that I call the mom wanter, and invite you to let yourself off the hook, to realize that you can't save everyone. It isn't your job to make sure everyone is okay. And it is okay for you to be okay if others are not okay. It is okay for you to be okay when others are not okay, because you can't save all of them. And regarding your own children, there's going to be so many moments where they're just going to be not okay. And it's inherent for you to realize that it's okay for you to be at peace. It's okay for you to be calm and experience joy and wonder and the playfulness of your true nature, even if they're not okay. Now, I know to your mom wanter that doesn't make a bit of sense. But unless you let yourself off the hook from this mom wanter, you're going to keep getting captured and having a lot of suffering and potentially then end up meddling and trying to control what's going on for your children, especially as they grow into adulthood. I once was exploring with a woman who was 75 at the time. This goes back about 12 years ago, maybe longer than that. She's 75 and we're exploring together, and she's just wrecked. And as she described to me why she's wrecked, it's because her 50-year-old son is having trouble in his marriage. And she's been doing everything that she can to make things better for him in his marriage. And it turns out as she continues to share, we end up finding out that she's been doing all kinds of meddling and controlling behaviors that have actually been what has been causing the disturbance in her son's marriage. Oh my goodness. Even though it was coming from a place of very good intentions, it turns out all her attempts to control and manipulate the wife to get her to be how she wants the wife to be for her son, that woman's husband, she's causing all kinds of disturbance within their marriage. So all of us that have moms, we can maybe let them off the hook and understand when they might be doing some things that we might not appreciate that they're doing. Maybe we could consider that they're simply doing it because they care. And their mom wanter is trying to do whatever it takes to get us to be okay so that they can relax and be calm. Because they don't get to be okay unless we're okay. So they might be doing things that we would rather they weren't doing. Oh. Maybe we can have compassion and understanding for this. And those of you that are moms, I invite you to consider, are you in any way, even though it might be coming from good intentions, getting in there and trying to control your offspring, regardless of whatever age they are, like that woman that was 75, trying to make things better for her son's marriage. And maybe consider that we can notice this tendency and not be so likely to be captured in this mom-wanter identity, and let yourself off the hook and let them have their disturbances and realize that it's okay for you to be at peace if they are not at peace. I invite you to let the war be over within yourself and realize that this mom-wanter is very compelling and very likely to get captured in and cause you all kinds of suffering. And it's okay if you've been captured and you've gotten pulled in and you have created suffering for yourself regarding all of this. None of this is wrong or bad. This is normal wanter dynamics. And this one, that I playfully refer to as the mom wanter, is one of the most compelling that I've witnessed in all my years of exploring, and one of the ones that is the most likely to capture women and pull them in to suffering and believing that they don't get to be okay unless all of their children are okay, and everybody that their children knows is okay, and everybody at the grocery store is okay, and everyone around the planet is okay. That's a big responsibility. And it's not even possible. I invite you to consider that you can let the war be over within yourself, relax into who you really are, and realize that it's very likely to get pulled into this wanter dynamic. The mom wanter is very compelling. And thank you so much for all of the thousands of moments that all of you moms have been there for us and helped us when we truly needed your help. Otherwise, we wouldn't have survived. Thank you, moms. And thank you to my mom, all the years, Mom, that you were there for me. I honor all that you did for me. You are such an inspiration to me. And I have felt your presence with me through this sharing. And I was so lucky to have you in my life all of the years that I was able to have you in my life. And I send you love and gratitude. And from my heart, I say thank you for all the ways that you were there for me. And thank you to all the moms. And please, moms, please consider that it is absolutely okay for you to be experiencing joy and wonder and contentment, even if your offspring or anyone else is not okay. Because otherwise, you're going to create a lot of suffering for yourself, worrying about things that you don't ultimately have control over and that are not your responsibility. And the lovely possibility is to still be able to show up for them when they're having a disturbance and be more stabilized in your true nature, where you can be kind and compassionate and understanding without needing to manipulate or control the situation, letting them have their experience. And there may be things that you say or invite them to consider that are supportive without it coming from the mom wanter, which will always be trying to make it better for them so that the mom wanter can be okay. And this is very tricky. This is very tricky. So once again, I just want to thank all the moms for all that you have done for us, are currently doing for us and will continue to do for us. And I invite you to, once again, know that it's okay for you to be okay when others are not okay. Thank you, moms.